Hello everybody. I figured that since I am officially bringing the YouTube channel back, I'd finally make a video of the central air at my parents' new house, except it isn't a new house anymore. They bought it new in 2016, but we've lived here almost a decade. I will do individual startup and shutdown videos at a later date, but these are the air conditioners at my parents' house. Both of them are Goodmans. They're both straight cool units matched up with 92% efficient gas furnaces. Again, it is all Goodman. First floor and basement, 2.5 ton Copeland scroll compressor. Second floor, 2-ton rotary compressor, both R410A. This one's never been serviced. This one had to have a run cap, or was it a run cap or a start cap? It had some kind of capacitor added last summer. And then something went out in the blower motor that had to be fixed that cost like $200. But for the most part, these have been trouble-free. Still not a huge fan of Goodman, but they have been reliable. And the gas furnace for the first floor does not work right now. We do not know what's wrong with it. We actually just had the furnace serviced. Wait a minute. That was just a run cap. This one had the thing go out in the blower motor. And that was earlier this year. And then something else broke in the furnace, and it was right before the summer, so we didn't even bother because our HVAC guy was swamped. But yeah, the gas furnace for this one's in the basement. This one is up in the attic, the second floor. And they're both 92% if I remember correctly. And I could hang meat in my bedroom in the townhouse. That system kicked ass. That had the dual 2-ton carriers. Why do you have a window unit in your bedroom, Charlie, when your parents' house has dual zone central air? 2 words. 3 words. Tract home half-assery. They ran a 12-inch flex duct into a 10-inch vent, and I have to set the thermostat to 67 degrees or colder if I want my bedroom to be comfortable on a hot day. So yeah, my dad is going to get that fixed, but in the meantime, I've got the window unit. And I don't know why. I mean, my window unit has a rotary compressor. I believe the ductless mini splits have a rotary compressor. For some reason, I'm just not a fan of a rotary compressor in a legit, traditional split system central air conditioner. If anybody wants to change my mind on this, please comment. But I prefer scroll compressors or reciprocating compressors, depending on the brand. But you may remember that the townhouse that we used to have had dual 2-ton carriers, both with Copeland scroll compressors, and those were R22 refrigerant. And honestly, I don't notice much of a difference in how cold the house gets. It's not like R12 versus R134A in a car. But these are both R410A. And they have the little ratchet lock things to keep kids from huffing the refrigerant out of the air conditioner, because apparently heroin and meth aren't good enough for them anymore. I'm not a fan of tract homes in general, but at least Toll Brothers used Carrier. This is NV Homes, and they use Goodman. They were using ICP in some of their older builds, but they use Goodman. Every house in this neighborhood has Goodman. And a few people have already had to replace them. And The other part I wanted to show you in this video, not HVAC related. Someone was asking in the video I made at my aunt and uncle's house if I'd gotten a new truck. I have had the same vehicle for almost 16 years. My parents bought me the Tacoma back in September 2009 when I first got my learner's permit. And my dad just gave me the truck in December 2016. So the title's in my name. It's legally my truck. My girlfriend, Amanda, is on the insurance for it. But this is my truck. Almost 224,000 miles. It appears in some of my older videos, like from 2011 to 2015, 2016. I plan on getting a new car sometime, but I don't plan on ever getting rid of this one. And this is my girlfriend's 2002 Chrysler PT Cruiser that we picked up for only $800. Clean title. And yes, the air conditioning works. It's got about 98,000 miles on it now. It needed a lot of work to make it perfect, and it still needs to have the water pump and timing belt put in it, which is not going to be cheap. And I am not a fan of Chrysler products generally, but beats the shit out of renting a car. I work for Enterprise Rental Car. I get 50% discounts on rental cars. And my girlfriend hates going in Ubers alone, so this beats the shit out of public transportation, Ubers, or renting cars. 02 PT Cruiser, cold air conditioning, and it even has a Apple CarPlay radio with a backup camera now. And in case there was any doubt about how I vote, I am not like a hardcore right-winger, but I do not want anyone thinking I am a lefty. I put that on in the middle of COVID. I put that on there to piss off all the greeniacs. I've driven a Tesla before, but I don't trust electric cars. And then this is one of the more sad things that's happened recently. Amanda and I went to do a welfare check on our friend who we'd known since high school because we hadn't heard from her in a couple days. And we found her body. And we ended up taking in her dog. But yeah, if anyone wants to know the whole story, it'll take too long to explain in this video. But yeah, our friend Emily died of a pulmonary embolism in her sleep on her living room couch, and we found her body. She was very unhealthy. She didn't drink, smoke, or do drugs, but she was supremely unhealthy and ate like she was at an amusement park. But yeah, that is something I would not wish on my worst enemy. She was only gone for 12 hours, maybe 14 hours at most, and she had the central air on. By the way, her condo had a Carrier heat pump that was brand new, and it was May, it was warm out, she had the air conditioning on, so that preserved things. But yeah, long story short, we went to her condo, which is about 15 minutes from here, in a severe thunderstorm. The parking lot is right in front of her patio, and my high beams were shining through the window, and all the lights were out, but I could see her on the couch. She looked like she was sleeping. I called 911. The cop showed up first, and then the ambulance showed up, and the paramedic kicked the door in, and they turned on the lights, and like, she didn't look bad, but you could tell as soon as the lights came on that she was not on this earth any longer. And I will do videos of both the dogs in another video, and I will also do, I had to remake the video because I accidentally got the license plate on my mom's car in the first one. I will do individual startup and shutdown on both units. But again, second floor, first floor. And all of the houses in this neighborhood have Goodman air conditioners with gas heat, and all but 2 of them have dual zone. And then there's one other house over here that was built by a different builder that has Lennox straight cool air conditioners. And there's my truck again. That has gotten me a good deal of flack from people of opposing political views. And the zombie theme is now year-round. But yeah, I know a lot of my buddies in the HVAC community through Facebook voted for Trump. I voted for a Democrat one time. And I'm going to go around the back of the house and show you the air conditioners. There's my neighbors. Also Goodman. And it varies by the size of the house. Like my one neighbor's house is bigger than ours. He has dual 2.5 tons. My other neighbor, who's a close friend of mine, he and his wife have a 2.5 ton and a 3 ton, I believe. And 3 houses in this neighborhood that I'm aware of have had to get the air conditioners replaced. But yeah, I voted for a Democrat once in 2014. It was county sheriff. I knew the guy personally, and I liked him a lot better than the incumbent, who was a Republican. I was a registered independent until 2016, when I voted against Trump in the primaries here in Pennsylvania. You have to be either a Republican. Come on. That is, this lens is beat. I'm going to go back around the front. You have to be either a Republican or a Democrat to vote in the primaries. I voted against Trump in the 2016 primaries, and then I voted for him in November of that year because I couldn't stand Hillary. And then I voted for him again in 2020 and again in 2024. I have always voted for Republican candidates except for the county sheriff candidate back in 2014, who unfortunately did not win. But yeah, make no mistake, I am not a lib. And here's some of the other funny shit on the Tacoma. You know what? Show you the mileage. Aftermarket JBL speakers. Air blows ice cold. Almost 224,000 miles on the Tacoma. Not a single warning light on. Bluetooth head unit. That's my dash cam. And my patch collection. There's a lot of pro-Trump and anti-Democrat stuff up there. There's one up here that says, I survived the great 2020 toilet paper shortage. Making fun of Antifa, those jerks. Yeah, you'll see there's a lot of Trump stuff up here. And yes, I do have Bernie Sanders up there. I just thought that was so hilarious. I am not a Bernie Sanders supporter by any stretch of the imagination. Got some paperwork up there I forgot about. Space Force. Trump Lightyear. Hard to get it to focus because this lens is beat. And some of my younger viewers might not know what this is. ...2014 was the very last year you could get a Tacoma with crank windows. This is a 2010. This video is going to be almost 20 freaking minutes. And then the other thing is I had to have knee surgery. It was an injury that I re-injured. I found a dead body and I ended up on crutches for the first time in my life in the same month, May of 2025. And I was out of work for 6 weeks. They pulled 3 pieces of calcified cartilage out of my knee. And I popped the stitches on this side, engaging in certain activities with my girlfriend, let's say. But other than that, came through it just fine. But yeah, these are the air conditioners at my parents' house. Were these 16 or 15? I don't even remember. 15. I think it says November 15 on them. It says 1511, and the house, my parents bought the house in March 16. There's Porter. He is my 6-year-old Labrador Retriever. The rescue we got him from pulled him out of a puppy mill when he was like 5 months old, and we got him like right before the COVID lockdown started. He is a bit skittish by lab standards because we think he was not treated too nicely when he was in the hands of the puppy mill. But he loves other dogs, he gets along with cats, great with kids, better with women than with men. He's very standoffish with men he doesn't know. Didn't like my last girlfriend before Amanda, which should have been a clue. Dogs are better judge of characters than humans are. But yeah, this is Porter. And then Hannah is the one we got from my friend Emily who passed away. Porter. Porter. He's going to be 6 in October. And then we had another dog named Mandy. Some of you may even remember Molly from way back in the day. She died in December of '09 at 15. We had to put her to sleep because she had a ton of health issues. And then we had Mandy from September of 18 through July of 2019. She had a congenital kidney disorder. She was also a rescue, and we had to put her to sleep when she was no more than a year old. That was utterly heartbreaking. But yeah, I have Porter's a family dog, and then Amanda has Hannah and a cat named Pierce. And I actually ran this video down to the wire. All right, say goodbye, Porter. Say goodbye, Porter. Say goodbye to all the YouTube videos. He's saying goodbye. He's saying goodbye. That's my Porter. All right. Out.